All right, we are live. Welcome to the Casuals MMA. This is our fifth update show, I believe now at this point, fourth or fifth. I don't know. I'm bad at math. I might be miscounting there, but either way, ton of fun. We're here. We got a lot to talk about. Thank you for joining us. As always, you can tune into us anywhere podcasts are found, pretty much Spotify, iHeartMedia, Apple Podcasts, and then of course YouTube, Twitch. We like to stream live on and Facebook. So I think that's everything. And of course, you can always catch us on fanstreamsports.com. We're part of a larger network of sports podcasts. It's great. Headlined by the JP show. He's on the radio up there in Tampa and Pinellas Park. So, just a great group of guys. I've talked to them a bunch of times. You should definitely go check out their podcast. So, but anyways, Sean, welcome to the show. How you doing today?
Good, man. Got a few fight announcements that they came through this week. Some good ones, some exciting ones. Some we'll have to wait for, some that we won't.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's like one of the benefits I feel like is right now with everything being so last minute is we don't have to wait that long for too much. At least,
because I feel like everybody's pretty much staying ready at this point.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean the UFC usually has the stuff planned out, but right now they're playing catch up. So it's a benefit for us because we don't have to wait long for the great matchups to put together.
Right. Yeah.
And speaking of matchups, let's start with the hot news this week is that Khabib did end up signing to fight, man. It wasn't too long ago. Daniel Cormier is like, I don't know if he'll ever fight again. And Khabib's like, nope, fighting in October against Justin.
No, I thought Cormier was the one that was saying that no, maybe you're right. Cormier was saying that, but I'm pretty sure I had heard Khabib say that he wanted to fight this year.
Yeah.
Because his manager has said that he wasn't going to fight for the rest of the year, but from what I've heard Khabib say that he had all intentions of defending against Gaethje this year.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that. I think he was mostly saying that before, everything happened with his father, and his father was.
Well, I think he said that even when his father was really sick.
Yeah. But he was also getting better though too when he was saying a lot of that. So, or at least they thought so. But either way, hey man, we get a great matchup in Justin and Khabib. I like that it's in October too. Gives him a little bit of time to kind of get his head in the game a little bit. I'm sure, even though that's probably where he'll be focusing like all of his thoughts right now. Probably back in the gym trying to get his head out, away from
that. He's still going through Ramadan, right? Or is that just ending?
No, that should be ending, I would think.
I don't know the dates between there because I know he can't fight summer. I know he can only fight in the early part of the year in the fall.
Yeah. No, he should. That should definitely be over because this is usually when he ramps back up his training, anyways. So, he's already been back in the gym, which is nice to hear. Again, getting ready for all that training. I'm excited, man. That's going to be a great matchup. And his manager is saying apparently he's probably only going to have 2 more fights.
Yeah, and calling out GSP for the last one, he said it. He said,
"Dude, GSP said he wants to fight him too." And
Dana White said that if he gets past Gaethje, that he'll try to do what he can.
Yeah, because
I heard.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, because Usman had just started calling out GSP, and he said, "I'm retired. I don't want to fight." And then I think GSP just came out and said he's like kind of iffy about it.
I don't. Here's the thing: is GSP is very realistic. I don't think he wants to fight Usman, but he would want to fight Khabib.
Yeah, I think he would. I think he would.
Yeah, like he'd want to cut down to 155 and have that new challenge and fight somebody. Like to me, Usman's not like that. Maybe if it was somebody like I don't know, Masvidal or McGregor or something, he would jump on that. But I mean, I don't think he wants to fight somebody like Usman.
Yeah, he's too big for him.
Yeah, that, and I mean, he's Usman's only so excited in himself.
Yeah, he's not a draw.
Challenge him. So, but that would be awesome, man. Like, because Khabib's manager who's everybody's MMA manager at this point. I feel like Ali
Abdelaziz or something.
Abdelaziz or whatever. Dude, he's everybody's fucking manager in the UFC. It's flipping insane.
Yeah, he's like a freaking Drew Rosenhaus.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was reading a story about Cody Garbrandt that we'll get it to in a little bit, but and he was like, "Yeah, my manager Ali." I'm like, "Damn, he fucking manages you too."
Actually, he manages Gaethje too.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that fucking wild?
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's why there's no really shit talking going on between the two.
No,
and that's why it's very, very cordial.
Yeah. Yeah, he was saying that Khabib's probably only going to likely have like 30 fights or something like that, and then call it quits.
I think he had said that a while ago too. That was his plan, is to get to 30-0 and then call it.
Yeah, which, hey, I like that. That's a good number to get to, 30-0. So you're probably looking at his last.
Living in Dagestan, I can't imagine that. He needs a ton of money to live the rest of his life. You know,
Yeah.
not like the way he doesn't spend it like Connor. So
Yeah,
I
right.
think 2 more fights if he goes the way he's been going, that he'll be set for life.
Yeah. And I think for him, it's just a milestone, right? Like 3-0 looks real nice, on your record.
Never been done, man.
So that would be an incredible feat there. But I mean, hell, he's got a road ahead of him if he's going to fight Justin Gaethje next, and then he ends it with GSP.
Yeah, it's a good way to go out because a lot of people, before he even kind of reached the top of the lightweight division, said he padded his record with a bunch of, no-name Russians to start his career. But he finishes the way that he's looking like he's going to. There's no argument.
No, and I mean, the way he's dominated people, too. I mean, there's no question. There's no fucking question.
I think I've only seen him lose 1 round.
Yeah.
I think it's in that McGregor fight.
Yeah. And that was one of the things, but because I didn't think GSP was going to want to come back, but there has been some outlets that said GSP is like open to having that fight. I was like, all right, who's his last fight going to be? This is all assuming he gets by Justin and everything. Like, is he going to fight Connor again for his like farewell fight? Or
I thought it would have been Tony.
Yeah.
Because people wanted to see it, and they just have that history. They have real like bad blood.
Yeah. I don't know either one. Like there's 3 legitimate fights that would be badass, and you never know. Like if this next fight with him and Justin ends in controversy, that one could potentially be a good rematch at 30. But who knows?
Who knows?
He has a ton of potential here. For
the one thing that we know with this sport is that you can't plan for the future. You just gotta take it one fight at a time. Even as a fan, you just all right. I know it's fun to make those matchups, but even Dana White's like, all right, we're not talking about anything in the future until what happens.
Yeah. So we'll have that fight in October. That's all I know right now. That's all we know. Let's just lock it down. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
That'll be. I think
they're going to load that card up because Gaethje now has a little bit of star power.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. That one's going to be fun. I can't wait. So. And then let's move on to something else. So I saw like Paige Van Zandt. We all know that she was at the end of her UFC contract, and Dana White, being Dana, was like, "Yeah, you should go get some feelers."
He did the right thing.
What's that?
He did the right thing saying.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, she's. You know what? She would be better off in like another like Bellator or somewhere where she can be successful and still, she makes a lot of her money online. So
ever since Rose beat her when she was still undefeated, she just hasn't been the same.
No. But I don't know if her head's in the fight game anymore. You see all the stuff that she does on social media and all that shit. Like she hasn't progressed. She hasn't progressed in that time. She's been very forward about it. And I think that's one of the things that people like about her. She's been open. Like, I do need to train. I do need to work on this and that, et cetera, et cetera. But like, she hasn't progressed. So it's like she would do well in one of those smaller promotions where she can rule the roost among the division and make her money promoting whatever thing she's promoting on Instagram tomorrow.
If you're if part of your thing is your face, why even fight? If you're modeling and Instagram is your thing, why even bother fighting?
Yeah, but I think part of that comes though too. Like she's successful there because she is a UFC fighter, though.
Yeah, but she hasn't been active, and she still has all these advertisements on Instagram and whatnot.
Yeah, but how long
she's been on TV shows?
If she's not, how long before
you got to build that star power on those platforms? That's where it is.
Yeah. Either way,
because you're going to have to do it at some point. You can't fight forever.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, well, we'll go back to this. She definitely is not fighting in bare knuckle boxing.
No, I think that's just her trying to get more money from Bellator.
Yeah. Well, they did say bare knuckle boxing approached her, so it wasn't like she went out.
So
she's
probably being just like, all right, I'll listen to what they have to say, but she probably was just like,
I very realistically could see her moving over to Bellator. That's probably
go to one does. From what I've heard, they do great with their athletes in promoting and advertising and all that.
Right. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll see where she ends up, or she might as well just re-sign with the UFC. The UFC always needs women to fight.
I don't even know if they would re-sign her. I mean, I guess maybe they would, but she would have to take a big pay cut, I would think.
Yeah. I don't know how much.
I don't think she would take the money that they would want to offer her.
Yeah, she might be like a Brock Lesnar, though. She might just bring in people just because she's Paige Van Zandt. So I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I don't know.
Just feed her at the bottom of the barrel anyways. It is what it is. But speaking of Paige, let's go to one of her teammates and Cody Garbrandt. Dude, how about this one? Cody Garbrandt's talking about
I
moving
don't like
down
it.
to 125.
I don't like it at all. You saw what happened with TJ. Him and TJ have like the same kind of body type.
No,
You saw TJ
bigger.
he's
Cody's
bigger.
bigger.
And you saw TJ get ran through in his one fight against Henry Cejudo.
Yes. Not to mention, dude,
you don't have a chin, dude. You can't afford to be killing yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And
135 is perfect for him.
And I don't like this whole idea too. Like, why are you trying to get out of that division right now? Because supposedly
it's up for grabs, man.
Well, supposedly he has an opportunity again to fight Jan, which I don't know why he would step over.
No way.
Sterling, but I don't.
Who's saying that?
Jan was actually ripping Cody Garbrandt because Cody came out earlier this week and said, I'm thinking about moving down to 125. And Jan's like, well, he's one of the guys in line that we're talking about fighting next.
No, it's got to be Aljo.
You would think so, but would it surprise you? It wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't overly surprise me. I would have a little bit of shock just because he just got his first win in how many years?
I know. But either way, I think that's a terrible decision, and it's a bad look for you, man. Like, you have a shot, even if he's not going to have a title shot, he still is like in the top 5 in that division right now. So
it's like this conversation is a problem with the UFC. Like, Aljo is the clear-cut #1 contender. There is nobody 100%. Else. And then why are they even talking about anybody else?
To be candid too, is I love Jose Aldo, but he had more right to be there than Jose Aldo. He should have been fighting against Jan for that belt initially.
Well, that's what a lot of people thought. Like, the Aljo Cody Sandhagen fight should have been for the title, and then Jan would have got the winner.
Right? Yeah, that would have been a good one too. So, but honestly, either way, it is what it is. I just don't think Cody Garbrandt should be cutting that extra 10 pounds. He's big, man.
He's fine at 135. He's too small for featherweight. He's perfect for 135.
Yeah, same.
I don't think he has to cut that much weight. Why bother, dude? Why even do it?
Nah,
you just got back on the win. Like, you just won with a great knockout. Jan's talking shit to you. The champ's talking shit to you. Aljo, him and Garbrandt have a pass. Sean O'Malley's coming up, and you guys are starting to, talk some trash. There's options. There's plenty of options at that division.
To be honest, I don't think he wants to fight the killers in that division. I think that he might have some fear in his heart, man. Like, there's 135 runs deep right now. 135 has a lot of killers in that division, and you have a lot of young guys coming up. So it's not like the division's old and you have a bunch of guys on their way out. No, it's a bunch of young guys at 135, and I think there's fear in his heart. That's why he's thinking about dropping down to 125, which is probably the most shallow.
I just think you have to take your health into consideration for this. I know that he doesn't have a good chin, and that's only going to make it worse.
Yeah. I don't know either way, but if you're just tuning in, thank you everybody for listening live to the Casuals MMA Update Show number 5. We're just catching up on everything in the UFC. We've already talked about Khabib coming back in October, Paige Van Zandt getting offers to fight bare knuckle boxing, which likely not happening. And then we're touching on Cody Garbrandt, who's talking about moving down to 125. Bad move for him, but whatever. Which one was fun that I was kind of watching today or reading about today is Vitor and Wanderlei Silva have been talking about fighting again. That one would be fun as hell. But the thing
over in Japan, they don't drug test. So go ahead, boys, juice them up.
Well, here's the thing though, is one signed. All right. So Vitor signed with one and Wanderlei signed with bare knuckle boxing. Which one would you prefer to see it in?
One, probably.
Yeah, you don't want to see bare knuckle boxing?
It just looks. I think it's just too brutal. Honestly,
I do too. But that's why I want to see these guys. I want to see Axe Murder fight him again. Fight Vitor in bare knuckle boxing. I think that'd be awesome.
It's pretty much going to be a boxing fight either way. So
for sure. What has it been? 12 years since their last fight? They fought back in like 98 or 99 in the early UFC days.
That'd be longer than 12 years, wouldn't it?
10. Oh yeah, God,
yeah,
22 years. Sorry, yeah. See, I told you I was bad at math, so I don't feel bad. but yeah, 20. Oh my God, 22 fucking years between the fights, man. And Vitor, if you don't know, blitzed him. That was one of the vintage. Yeah, that was one of the vintage like Vitor highlight reel knockouts that he has, you know. So that was fun. I would love to see that one. Honestly, I think it'd be fun either way, but I kind of want to see the bare knuckle boxing. Just like fuck everything else. Let's get rid of the gloves and let's throw down, man.
Yeah.
So all right. And then the other guy, you know, I like talking about new guys that are making a name for themselves, and that's Khamzat Chimaev. Shimaev or something like that.
I don't know.
It's fucking difficult. Like even the announcers were pronouncing it in 3 different ways. So, but he's a young buck, 26 years old, out of Sweden. Well, no, so he fights out of Sweden, or he's Swedish, but he fights out of Russia or some crazy shit like that.
I would think with that kind of name, he's Russian.
Yeah. Well, that might be why he fights out of Russia, but I think they said he's Swedish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they said he's Swedish, but he fights out of Russia. And that might be why. That might be his home country or whatever it is. But either way, yeah, man, this kid had 2 fights in 10 days, finished both fights in spectacular fashion. This kid looks like he's on the rise right now.
He's calling himself Khabib 2.0.
Yep, and he's already said, I want a 3rd fight in less than a month. So we'll see if he gets signed.
Hey, man, when you're rolling, he's in shape. He didn't take much damage.
None. And Dana said he's all for signing him up.
Dana said he's going to get him what he wants.
This kid's quickly going to go, when he started in the UFC, from 6-0 to
this is the blueprint that you've seen lately from these guys that have ascended to like Israel Adesanya. Like,
yeah, stay
active, man. Stay ready.
For sure, man. And that
that's what you saw from Conor. Conor took fights.
Yep. That'd be fun. This guy's, he's strong. He's big, man. He fights at 170. He's like 6'2", 6'3".
A middleweight for one of them, didn't he?
Yeah, he fought John Phillips, I think it was, at middleweight, and made pretty quick and brutal work of him, taking him down and just beating him. And then he fought Rice McGee, who's another big welterweight, and TKO'd him, taking him down, pinned him up against the cage, and hit him as many times as he can. So, yikes. Yeah, he's a scary dude, man. He's scary. He's big. He's strong. He's young. So he's the guy to keep your eyes peeled out, watching for. We'll see if we see him again in August for that 3rd fight like he wanted.
I'm sure somebody. Well, I guess it would depend on if somebody would want to take it.
Yeah, I would think so. Why not? Like, because the thing is, right now you have an influx of a lot of foreign fighters. Since we were fighting over there in Fight Island, you have a lot of young people right now. Everybody's trying to get their money,
and there's no greater momentum train than stealing somebody's hype train.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Just stop a guy in his tracks. But I think that was it. Oh, yeah, and then you had a fight announcement that you saw before we got on the show?
Yeah, I saw today that they announced the Beat versus Yair Rodriguez. Main event, I believe it's the 26th of August. It's sometime at the end, but they're main eventing.
Beautiful. That 145 division.
You're ready to see some wild shit in that fight. That's probably Zabit's last fight before he goes for the title. So
100%. Because you have that matchup. Cater's sitting in the sitting waiting after he won against Ige, and then you have Chan Sung Jung and Brian Ortega are set to fight, right? Or have they not signed that yet?
They haven't found a date yet, but they keep trying.
Yeah, so they're trying to get matched up. Man, the 145 is insane right now. That's what I love about it. So you have 3 potential title fights for Volkanovski here shortly.
Yeah,
that's why I said just throw Cater at him for now, and then
that makes sense if you wanted to.
Yeah, because then
who knows how either one of those guys are going to come out of the Zabit and Yair fight, and those guys they might get hurt.
Yeah,
if Cater's ready to go and Volko wants to fight, but I saw Dana wants to do a trilogy with Holloway.
Oh God, I hope not anytime soon.
Yeah, Volkanovski already told him no.
Yeah, I'd like to see, and I don't blame him. Like I'm all for that. Yeah, Volkanovski beat him fair and square. Like regardless of what you thought about that second fight, like I thought Holloway won too, but it is
Big John McCarthy said Holloway won that fight. He said, "I made the rules. I know how to judge a fight." He said, Holloway won that.
I love that. He also said that about Dominic Reyes against John Jones too. So, but guess what? Your guys aren't making the right calls apparently. So, whatever it is, what it is. Damn, I lost my track. Where were we? Oh yeah, they have, either way, 145 is insane right now. Throw Cater at him for now. Let the other 2 fights fold out, and I think the fallout from that either way is you're going to have title contenders, and we'll see where we go from there, man. 145 is exciting. I love it.
Yes, the lighter weight classes are dominating.
Yeah.
Now.
for sure. Oh man, did we talk about Gus's poor performance when he came back?
I don't want to talk about it. Move on.
Oh,
Next subject.
I was so
It
disappointed.
was the same Gus that we saw in the fight before that.
So lackluster. Like there was no fight. Like Verdum has looked terrible in his last few fights. That's why I thought this was going to be an easy gimme fight.
Well, he landed like a good combination right before Verdum took him down, what's led to the takedown. But
yeah, but that's the thing.
When he has great takedown defense, but when he gets down, like he just gives up.
Yeah. Well, not even that, but it was such a shitty takedown. And he still went down. It's like, dude, what happened to the guy that was blocking John Jones and Daniel Cormier?
He took down both of them too. It's like, where's that guy?
That guy, and then you get taken down by Verdum. I mean, maybe that's back in the day, that's not that impressive, but now it's like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. Whatever, man. It was just disappointing to see, because that just keeps that heavyweight division as shallow as it is. So
yeah,
whatever.
Fuck it. Move it on.
But yeah, let's quickly touch on UFC Fight Night, Brunson versus Shahbazyan. So I was actually looking forward to
a good card, man.
Yeah, no, it is. I was actually looking forward to watching Aldana and Holmes fight on this one, but that just got moved back.
That chick Aldana's got some hands.
Oh yeah, that one's going to be fun whenever that one comes around. I'm looking forward to watching.
We still got Joanne Calderwood fighting too, and she can put on a show sometime.
She's going to crush this girl. Let's talk about that one. Joanne Calderwood, Muay Thai champ, in the UFC. I think she's gonna whoop up on Jennifer Maia.
Well, it was an interesting one because she was supposed to be the next one to fight Valentina, and then she took this fight.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal with that was. I don't know if Valentina's hurt or what.
I would have to assume so, but I don't mind another, just MMA fight for Joanne, just to kind of get her. But Jennifer Maia is she's very flat-footed, but she throws she throws swingers, man. It's she's not going to get away with fighting Joanne like that and winning. So I see Joanne Calderwood looking good in this fight and crushing her. And then you have fireworks for Vincent Luque and Randy Brown fighting. I can't wait for that one.
Well, that one and the fight before that, you got Venata and Bobby Green.
There's some good low-key fights on here, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're only talking about Edmund Shahbazyan, but there's some good fight. This is one of those low-key, like they're trying to sneak you a little bit.
Oh, for sure. If you don't know these names, which I don't blame you, hey man, tune in for these fights. Venata and Bobby Green is going to be fun as hell. Both those guys.
Be some wild shit thrown.
Vincent Luque, Randy Brown, Joanne Calderwood, Maia. You have Brunson and Shahbazyan. This is going to be a good card, man. This is a low-key good card. So I don't know. What's your favorite fight? Like, which one are you looking forward to most?
I think I'm looking forward probably most of the Venata Bobby Green fight, because that could turn wild fast.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Vincent Luque and Randy Brown. There's like a lot of cross connections there with they fought a lot of the same guys between Nico Price and Brian Barberena, Vincent Luque, Randy. So they have like a lot of cross over there, and just Luque is always fun to fight. And I think we're starting to see like a transformation from Randy Brown where he's really settling into his striking. So that one should be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think when I was looking at those numbers, both those guys, they take about as much as they give. So yeah, that has fight of the night written all over it.
Oh, for sure. And then I don't know. What are you expecting now to Shahbazyan in this fight, man?
If he's the guy that they say he is, he should run through Brunson.
Yeah, I think so too. Brunson's just a guy.
It just depends on his wrestling.
Yeah, this is a big step up in competition for him.
I think we talked about this before. They kind of put him on the same path as they did for Adesanya. They're almost giving him the same opponents, like at the same time.
And that's probably for a reason too, to your point. Yeah, for sure. But he's 11.
We never talked about that Till and Whitaker fight yet.
Oh yeah, we haven't touched on that. Let's touch on that after. We'll just quickly finish up on this card, and then we'll go back and kind of briefly touch on that. But I think that's pretty much it. Tune in, watch this. This card should be pretty damn good. I think it's going to be all fireworks on that main card. So I can't honestly say I remember seeing the first fight on there, Kevin Holland and Trevin Giles. Have you watched them? I haven't watched them personally.
I've watched both of them fight, but I can't really remember them.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hey, man, might fall in love with them too. I don't know.
Yeah. They both have I think 80% finish rates.
Oh, damn.
So.
Oh, see, fireworks. Told you. All card.
Between knockouts and I think they're pretty even between knockout and subs.
Damn. That's awesome. That means you have
it means you're gonna get a mixed martial arts fight.
For sure. Damn right. So I'm telling you, 5 for 5, man. We're gonna have some firefights on that one. I even had trouble. I was looking on DraftKings, but man, I could not find like the right underdog for this one. I could not put a lineup together to save my life. So I'm gonna have to wait.
That's what makes great cards, man. I mean, it's those low key ones where these guys aren't getting it, like, you know, they're not getting the recognition. It's pretty much all on Edmund right now.
Oh yeah.
So everybody else is like, fuck that guy. I'm gonna be the star.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll probably wait until UFC 252 to make my next DraftKings. But either way, yeah. Let's touch real quick, man. Like we never got to talk about.
I got to ask you, what did you have the score going into that 5th round?
Oh, I had Whitaker winning 3 rounds.
I had it split.
Oh, did you? You had it 2-2?
Yeah. And for, you know, checking Twitter for a little while, I thought I was the only one. I was like, dude, am I just stupid? And then I saw a bunch of people actually came out. Even the judges had it 2-2 going into the 5th.
Oh, I like there's definitely an argument to be made for it. Like I didn't think it would be egregious if it was 2-2. I just thought Whitaker.
That's what it seemed like. It seemed like that was kind of how the feeling was, that people thought he had edged him out in that 4th round.
Yeah.
But I thought Till had done just enough.
Yeah. Well, hey, either way, I think the right guy won that fight for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Whitaker definitely showed his championship heart, finishing that fight strong.
Yeah. And it's gonna be exciting to see. Are you excited and ready to see him fight Adesanya again already?
Yeah, because, you know, now that he was off for so long, and, you know, we talked about the surgeries, and then he comes back, gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But I think maybe now he's ready. He looked like the one thing that I liked that we saw from him in that fight is he adapted.
Yeah. Darren Till, man, he needs to fucking evolve with his striking. His striking is just very one-dimensional. He's
not aggressive. He's not very aggressive either.
Yeah, and you said this before the fight even happened. You were saying the same thing. Like, he doesn't make a lot, you know, for a guy that's primarily a striker, he doesn't make a lot of stuff happen. And we saw that again against Whitaker. It's like he waits a lot of times. Tell me, Dan Hardy does not love him. And
you know, they're UK boys. You know, they take care of each other.
Either way, man, he was on his sack the whole time. He's, he keeps setting traps. He keeps setting traps. Doesn't help if you don't ever, like, you know, act on it. You know, it's like, I don't know. Till's got a lot to work on, because sure, he does set the traps.
For a Muay Thai guy, he only throws leg kicks. He's like, dude, where's the head kicks? Where's the body kicks? Where's mixing those combos? Where's the punches and the kicks? He only throws punches, or he only throws kicks. He doesn't mix it up.
And the most frustrating part is every time he gets a guy cornered against the fence, he backs up. He like jumps back out because he likes to keep his range so much. He doesn't like to get hit, so he likes to jump back out. I was like, damn, man, come on. Like, we got to see a little effort there, man. You got to show us that you want to actually knock him out. But he came close in that 1st round with that sneaky elbow. That was great.
Yeah, I thought that they just clashed.
Yeah,
you know, just on first sight, it was like, oh, that was just a clash, and they're like, no, that something hit, something.
Yeah, if you watch it, he timed that very well.
Yeah, then they showed the replay. It was like, damn, that was beautiful. But hey, Rob came back in the 2nd round and dropped his ass.
Yeah, right. That's true. So that was a fun fight. But man, how about that war between Shogun and Nogueira, man? To call it quits after.
Yeah, man. You just kind of had the feeling that was kind of going to happen with those two legends. You know.
For sure. For sure.
Gamers.
Yeah, that was a good way. I hope Nog retires after that one. I want to see Shogun retire too, man. He's too old for this shit anymore. So
yeah.
You know, he's 36, 37.
He's 38, I think.
Is he 38? Yeah, he's 38. I want to see him retire. I mean, this was a perfect fight because Nog is 43, I think, 42, 43 or something like that. So he might even be 44. Either way, I mean, these guys in MMA world, that's ancient, man. Like, Shogun has not looked like himself for a long time, too, at this point. So it's like, man, I was kind of hoping that he would like surprise retire at the end of that fight, especially since he won. But he's like, yeah, no, we're gonna see what's next. I'm like, damn, I thought vacation would be next, but apparently not. So but that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to touch on that card?
No, not really.
Awesome. All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it for the update show. We're hitting the 30-minute mark, so we stayed perfect. We usually go over every freaking time, but not today.
We're right on time today, baby.
Yeah, we're cruising. We're cruising well. So I have 30 seconds.
I blame Dan.
We have to argue with Dan a lot.
Yeah, well, Dan's not here to defend himself, so I'm just going to go after him.
Fair enough. That works. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. As always, if you only got to catch part of the show, tune in live. You can always download our show at Spotify, iHeartMedia, pretty much anywhere podcasts are found. And then if you want to watch our ugly mugs on video, you can catch us on YouTube, Twitch, and I think that's pretty much it. So thank you for tuning in. Always appreciate it. Everybody have a great weekend. If you're in South Florida, stay safe this weekend with that storm coming in. Peace.